Welcome back to the new show where I'm Muhammad Ikhwan and my partner here Muhammad Ikhman. And today's topic is building control where we search for individual who against the building's regulations. Today we focus on traffic control in construction. Traffic controls means analyze driving information of vehicles in the area to avoid any hazardous situation. So let's move on to the first issue. Construction Acts got sued under Factories and Machinery Act 1967, Regulation 18-1 because of heavy traffic with heavy machinery go in and out of the sites. This issue can be hazardous and did not comply with requirements of the Road Transport Department of Malaysia. I will pass to our journalist Ma'an to report further solutions. Go on Ma'an.
Thank you Ikwan and Malik from the studio. My name is Ma'an Mimbarun and will explain the heavy vehicle traffic management for a construction site. So the term vehicle that we use here is also included with cars, vans, lorries and other mobile plant equipment such as excavator, lift truck and a site dumpster. So the key issue in dealing with this traffic management on the site are by minimizing the vehicle movement. We also can understand the importance of visibility and understanding the importance of sign and instruction. So the good planning can help in minimizing the vehicle movement around the site. For example, landscaping to reduce the quantities of fill or spoil movement. So as for the importance of visibility, in a situation where a vehicle reverses in an area where pedestrian cannot be excluded, the risk is elevated. The risk of danger is elevated. And this is where the visibility becomes a vital consideration. So things that we should consider is by aiding the driver with equipment on the site like mirrors, CCTV camera, or a reversing alarm that can help the driver to see movement all around the movement all around the vehicle. Finally, for the sign and instruction, we can make sure that all the driver and pedestrian knows and understand the routes and traffic rules on the site. So perhaps we also can provide the instruction training for the drivers, workers and visitors. We also can send the instructions out to the visitors before letting them conducting the visits. So I think that's it from me. So coming back to the studio. Thank you.
Next up, construction workers complain where the pedestrians and vehicle road are the same road where he complains he nearly got into accidents. Not only this situation against the law and the public vehicular traffic but also can be dangerous to life that against the guideline of Department of Occupant Safe and Health aka DOSH. We will see how our journalist is going to say about this issue.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Aiman Aizabri Abdullah and I am a reporter that was assigned to cover on the issue of the pedestrian walks that was combined with the vehicle road, which can be so dangerous and can lead to any accident and any death to the public. A shared street is sometimes known as a pedestrian priority street or a home zone, which in a residential neighborhood, it is a multi-purpose zone that aims to be a better balance than the requirement of walkers, bicycles, slow-speed automobiles, and others. Vehicles are delayed by adding trees, planters, parking places, and other impediments in the street, which are mainly local access, small railway, and without curbs and the sidewalks. Vehicle roads must also be kept far enough from the pedestrian entrance or gate and the pedestrian walks, as well as the pedestrian pathway that can be lead onto them, so that the pedestrian safety is not jeopardized. If a car, pedestrian or bicycles collides with another, they must have adequate time to respond successfully. For example, where there is a limited visibility or where other noise might mask the approach of the vehicle. possible, separate path or walkways for pedestrians should be provided to keep them away from the automobiles. The most efficient method is to achieve this is to complete the segregate pedestrian and vehicular activities by creating distant pathway. To encourage people to stay on the pedestrian traffic road, they should resemble the path that the people would naturally take, which is sometimes we call it as a desire lines. So to ensure the car do not trap with the people on the road utilized by both pedestrian and automated vehicle, the vehicle should be equipped with the safety features to reduce the chance of injury in the event of or a collision, which is an accident or any injury to the pedestrian. So by allowing these appropriate spaces between car and people, this will ensure that there will be no trapping dangers that are created by the fixtures along the path in the road. So this is the why pedestrian walkers are in a dangerous when the road or the pathways are combined with the vehicle road. So there are some guidelines to avoid this to be happen. So that's all from me, and thank you.
Okay, now we go to the next issue. Traffic signs not visible or doesn't enough. This issue often occurs at night, but it is not impossible that it can occur during the day. This is said so because if using a traffic sign that does not reflect light, it will cause the driver cannot see the traffic sign. If during the day, as we know, the signboard on the construction site will be exposed to the dust that will cause the writing or symbol on the signboard is not clear to see. So follow us with Reporter Act to find out the solution.
Assalamualaikum, thank you to my partner. Traffic control. There are many issues that we often hear among road users. Among them are road signs. Road signs serve to provide guidance, warning, prohibition and information for road user. There are 5 types of road signs that we often see, namely regulatory signs, warning signs, guide signs, temporary signs, and information signs. But today we are going to interview a road user to ask about this issue. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Can I ask you opinion about signage problem?
Thank you for the question. The most noticeable problem that I can see is the signboard itself. Like, sometimes it is too hard to see when you are driving. For example, the road signs, writing, colors, and symbols. They oftentimes are not coherent enough for us to see from above. And in addition, the distance also from the drivers to the warning signs, they are sometimes too close. We cannot see them before we encounter it. Like road hump, you know road hump, right? Yes. Like the distance between us is not that far, but when we are in front of it, we are unable to avoid it because it's too close. I think that's all from me. Thank you for the question anyway.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, okay, no problem.
That is what is often experienced by handful of users during the day. Okay. However, aspects such as the design of road signs, color play an important role in the nature of the traffic signal. Signage is used as visual communication. User will understand the meaning of the signs by look at the graphic, text, color and shape of it. The letter on the signboard should be clear and large so that user can see at the distance. The type of writing used is regular writing and arrow writing. Various symbols on signboard can be seen and have been approved by the Public Works Department (CKR) in accordance with national law. Meanwhile, signage installation must be Hop, Hoptic governance may still HDGMS polls. Therefore, the authority such as GKR and municipal council must take action immediately.
As we know, inexperienced driver also lead to accident. This is said so because inexperienced drivers do not have the knowledge to drive properly. Therefore, they will be more prone to accidents. So, I leave it to the reporters to peel back the solution to this issue, which is now the reporter of Company X. Please.
Thank you, Ikwan and Malik in the studio. Hi, my name is Nuzikma Broslan, and today I would like to talk about issue on trained, unexperienced, and unlicensed driver. So, basically, to start working on the trucking industry, a driver must obtain a commercial driver license. They will start by getting a commercial learning permit, which allow a prospective commercial driver to practice on the road with a qualified CDL holder next to them. So here are the reasons why some of drivers may not have a license and untrained. Sometimes a trucking company may try to cut costs by hiring a driver who do not have a valid and current CDL or who has not qualified under the federal regulations. Even if a driver is unlicensed and qualified, the training needed to get a CDL may not be enough for a novice trucker to feel comfortable behind the wheel. A CDL courses tend to be very brief and may devote a significant time to classroom work with a limited on the road time. Meanwhile, a shortage of a driver has led many trucking companies to hire a driver who have just been licensed. Other companies send the driver out of the road with a very little preparation beyond their CDL courses, which may not adequate in some cases. So this is guideline or how to solve a problem between untrained and inexperienced driver on the road. So according to regulation 18/2B, building operation and work of engineering construction, regulation 1986, they were said that no person shall drive a vehicle of any class or description in construction work site unless he is a holder of a driving license authorizing him to drive a vehicle of that class description. And all vehicles used at work site shall be roadworthy and comply with the requirement of the Road Transport Department of Malaysia. So on these cases, a trucking company must maintain a driver qualifications file which may be reviewed in a safety audit. The record in the file should show the driver has a safe driving history over the last 3 years, has received a proper education in commercial driving, and is physically qualified to operate a truck. In addition to getting a CDL through their state, a truck driver must meet a certain requirement under federal regulation if they drive in an interstate commerce. The trucking company must ensure that their drivers comply with this rule. And to get a CLP, a driver must pass a knowledge test and undergo a check their driving record nationwide for the last 10 years. They also must show that they are medically qualified to operate a truck, and they may need to pass a physical residency requirement apply as well.
So, in conclusion, all the issues that are discussed should be emphasized so that things that are not desired do not happen in the future. Therefore, those responsible in this matter must take it seriously so as not to cause harm to others.